Hey you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, welcome back to Jolly Stay Charm. Period.
I don't even think this shit is on.
So we about to hit you with a little. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. But we're about to hit you with a little story time, since we out and about.
We're trying to enjoy nature.
Yeah. Be outside, enjoy the weather while we got it. Yeah, type shit. So our story time is about the time that we got stranded on my birthday in
Miami, bro. That shit was really, I want to say it's traumatic.
I just met her back in Miami because it was very traumatic. Like, when I tell you I wanted to go all out for my 21st birthday, like,
it was her 21st.
Y'all
seen the vlog of it, but y'all didn't know the behind the scenes for real. And that shit right there had us shook. So, starting off, we was late. First of all, we stayed up really late the night before, I think, doing my hair, doing lashes, doing a whole bunch of shit. No, not doing my hair, because I had my hair braided. What was I doing? What was we doing? I don't know why we was up so late.
We was doing
a lot of stuff, though.
I don't remember the exact details. That was a minute ago. But we was up till like 3, 4 in the morning, and our flight was like 7.
It was at 7.
Why would we do that?
7 o'clock flight. We went to bed at damn near like 3, 4.
3, 4, literally.
Then when we got there, we didn't get there till like a good 6:30. Well, no, it was really like 6:15.
No, it was 6,
we didn't think we was gonna make it on time, but traffic was smooth. And it was just like we was just waiting for everybody else.
A long ass line.
So when we get there, meanwhile we're going to Miami. She's turning 21, so I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I'm thinking I can bring weed, right? So I'm thinking I can bring weed. I'm gonna just say it was in my pocket. Let's just say it was in my pocket. And we went to go through. We got a Delta flight. Meanwhile, my shit is like literally, if y'all know with the metal detector shit, I'm thinking it's weed. It's not gonna show through the metal detector, so because it's weed. But obviously, since it's a drug and paraphernalia, right?
No, it really showed.
It showed all my
hair.
hair. Okay, so my hair was down, and they kept trying to tell me if I could put it up, and my shit was so heavy at the point, like I could not put it up.
It was tight, freshly new, so it was like
literally
we could not put it up.
So I'm trying to put it up. She's like, okay, you're just gonna have to get out so I can pat you. Once she pats me, you could tell she wasn't trying to be obvious about it, because I feel like sis was really trying to let me go, but there was another lady there who was a flight attendant. She was a woman of color like us, okay? So she was really just trying to let me go. She knows we're trying to go to Miami.
I think she was just like...
she knows we had an early-ass flight. But the other lady, how she was looking, it was giving narc.
It wasn't mad weed. Like, it was like, nah, you can't take this. Like, it was a decent amount where you could hold it.
Yeah. But if I would have known to just put it in my carry-on, I would have. But I didn't at the time. So, anyways, long story short, not saying y'all should be doing this. I don't condone this. We are both over the legal age to be smoking. So, anyways, now. But that's not the point. The point is... we're getting there. Anyways, the narc lady, she's just looking mad crazy, and she's just like, we're gonna have to take you to the bag to check you, So they do that. I go to the bag, bro. Basically, they find the weed, and we missed our flight. The lady was like, if I would have known while the other lady steps out, she was like, I would have just let y'all go. So, anyways, long story short, that took up some of our time.
And they patted you too much times.
Then when the girls we went with, her baggage claim thing, they told us at first we could go through the line at first. Then they was like, no, you got to go back and put that in baggage claim. So we was like, what? So that took even more time. So imagine all that. So we missed our flight.
Yes, and it was just too much. Like, thank God there was another flight, but that flight was at 2 o'clock. So we're here early, and we're just sitting in the airport. Mind you guys, I pay a lot of motherfucking money.
We all pay money for this Airbnb. Like, we all put down money so we could sleep in this fucking Airbnb.
It had a
It's
pool.
big as shit. We thought it was big as shit. It had about, I want to say 8 rooms. It had 8 rooms.
Amount of rooms.
Pool. Pictures would have been fire.
But
So,
yeah, so I'm texting the Airbnb man. Once we got everything settled, like we're finally like, oh, we booked another flight for that 2 o'clock. I'm texting him and he's just not responding. So I call him through the little contact and he finally answers the phone. He finally answers the phone. So I'm like, hey sir, you know, my name's da-da-da. I booked with you for this day. You know, I'm on my flight. Lying. I'm on my flight on my way. You still didn't send me all of the information. I need the information once I land. He says, okay, you're booked with this. Da-da-da. He talks for 2 seconds. Clicks. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, did he just hang up on me, Jewel?
bro, when I tell you, I was like, wait, he hung up? What do you mean he hung up? I was confused at first because I'm like, I thought everything. That was very niggerly of me. I'm sorry. But I had to do what I had to do. So, anyways, long story short, he hangs up. She keeps calling.
He's not answering at all. Like, when I tell you a lot of money went into this Airbnb, like, I wanted us to be set. I didn't want us to be in a hotel. Like, if we didn't want to go to, like, beaches or, like, go strictly on Miami
that was
Beach
the whole
just
point
to
of the
enjoy
pool,
our
because
time.
we're not really beach people. So we was like, let's have a pool. Also, if you want pictures by the pool, hello.
Yeah. So it was just like, damn, it's like, I really look quasi.
Meanwhile, we're at the airport with it. So we're like, okay, now we're thinking in our head, like, we're doing our research. I think we was calling around. Called again. They was like, which location is it? We said the Miami residence. Hang up.
Literally like bangs. And then I'm calling, it's going to voicemail. Like, it's like he's clicking on me every time I'm calling him back, like straight to voicemail. So I'm leaving him voice messages. I'm like, you got me fucked up. Da-da-da. Like, you like, why would you hang up on me? And I put all of this money into this Airbnb, and I'm not from Miami. Like, I would have booked your thing if I was from Miami. I would have had my own. So it's like,
not only that, but like she had planned this. Like, when I tell you, we had planned this trip, specifically her, because you know she was trying to get everybody together. You know, when it comes to trips, get all the money together, all that shit. So she had been planning this shit for literally months, and for this shit to happen, like, she had already checked the reviews, you know, did all of this. So it was just like
nice house,
it was very weird for that to happen to us. We thought this shit was like unbelievable. Like, there's no way. So.
Y'all, moral story is we finally get to Miami.
But wait. We gotta tell them, because like in the airport we're like, what are we gonna do if we get there and
like,
there's nothing for us to like really stay in? Because we're like, at this point we're like, is there even an Airbnb for us? So one of the people, they had like an airplane connection thing, so we could have like the hotel.
Yeah.
For like 3 days or whatever.
So like, in case, so we're trying to get that situated or whatever. Mind you, like, we're still like, what the fuck, like,
if
what's
you see
going
us
on?
shaking
like,
a little bit, it's a little chilly, but
yeah, like, I was a little stressed. Like, I was just like, what the fuck, like, what are we gonna do? Like, we was gonna be in Miami for 5 days. We even get to Miami, we was tripping, and I was just like, I don't want to cancel this trip. Like, we're
already here at
like,
the airport.
Like,
went through all of that, all what we went through, missed the flight. So it's like, at this point, we kept saying, that's why I don't know if you guys will peep. We'll probably insert some clips, but like, of the vlog, when we're like, everything's happening for a reason. Maybe there's a reason behind this, because it really felt like signs. Like, you know, when you just keep getting bad signs, it's like, what the fuck? And everybody says on Miami trips, something be bound to happen. So we finally get there. When I tell you, one of the girls, she had her shit in baggage claim, so we're just like,
she's stressing about
her bag.
She's like, my bag's already in Miami. We're not getting to Miami till like 6.
But her shit is like in Fort Lauderdale, so we have to figure out, like, where do we go first, the Airbnb or to go get her bag? So we're like, we don't even have nowhere to stay right now. He's not answering. I'm like, bro, like, we're trying to get her refund back. So it didn't take until, like, literally, I think to the last day for her to get her refund and for me to get on the phone with them and be like, look, because she was so mad to the point where, like, she wanted to
murder somebody. Like,
we can't say all that on YouTube.
But we wanted to put someone down. Like, I really was, like, I was shaking. Like, when I get quiet, I get to twitching, shaking.
She's tight, like, so I'm like, let me call the Airbnb people and at least try to get the refund, because they was trying to make it seem like they wasn't trying to give a refund at all,
like, what do you
on some
mean?
shit. So I was like, bro,
we're not from here. We're not from here.
If y'all ever have like an issue with these people, this is what my closest family members told me. Like, you tell these people, I will go to Channel 7 News. I do not care. And I will tell people about your company, about how corrupt it is and how you don't want to give people back their money after they're going through a hardship on your company's end. So, like, when I was letting them know, literally, you guys have scam likely shit going on and you guys are not even trying to assist the situation at all. So, like, I'm trying to break it down to them, like, look, if you don't give her back her money, like, it's gonna be an issue. There will be lawyers involved. Like, it's gonna be more money y'all need to give on y'all end if y'all don't just issue this refund
at the end of it. Yeah.
So they then issue half the refund in the beginning of the trip, which was like low-key a blessing, but then you didn't get the other half to the end of the trip. So it was like but it was just like, at least she got some of the money.
I didn't even get it right away. Like,
right.
It was like,
it took like the
next
next 2 days on some shit. But anyways, we kept calling her back just to make sure all this shit. So long story short, when we finally figure out, like, okay, we're gonna go get the bag, we go get her bag, we're running up the bill for this cab that we're in, because for some reason the Ubers wasn't working. That's another sign, y'all. Like, the Ubers wasn't working for us, so we had to get a cab. Who takes a fucking cab? But we had to take a fucking cab. Meanwhile, meters running up because we're going to Fort Lauderdale, get a what's that shit called? Her bag or whatever. So, and then we're trying to figure out if we're going back to Miami to the Airbnb that we don't know if we're staying in, or just finding a hotel.
And it was just, we didn't even make it to that Airbnb. Like, I'm telling you, like, the little address that was there, I'm like, is this even a real address?
Bro,
like, I searched it up.
When we searched up the actual address, I think Zip, what's that shit called? Zillow, it popped up and it showed us the inside of it, and it was like a broken down apartment.
Yeah.
And it looked crazy. Like, it looked like some scam setup, trafficking shit, bro, on everything.
Yeah,
so anyways, I'm glad we didn't go to the Airbnb, because I feel like if we did, it just would have been like, we probably would have been arrested, because I probably would have been going crazy. We was just all like, I was trying to stay calm in the situation, but we was all tight. Like, we was really over it. We already went through all we went through. So, like, for that, it was just like, all right. Then when we finally get situated into a hotel, they was trying to, first of all, give us an issue for the hotel. They was trying to make it seem like there was no rooms available. We basically,
it was already stressful, because around my birthday there's always a Rolling Loud, so like all the hotels
so everything
full.
Was full books. But this hotel, you could tell that it was not booked, so it was just like, nah, we're getting a room. Like, we basically told them we're getting a room, and that's what we ended up getting, was that room. And I'm glad they got us a good room, because if they did, it would have been even more.
Even that, like, they was like, oh, we only have it for a night. So we was like, at least we had somewhere to stay for that night. And that's like the first video where I'm wearing that pink dress. Like, I was like irritated.
Both me and Charmaine was so irritated.
Yeah, but
we did not want to go out.
Yeah, let's just go out. Like, let's just like.
We was like, bro,
let's just go out. And I'm like,
our mentality is like, look, like, y'all want to go out, but like at the same time, where are we gonna stay for this next week? Like, literally. For this week, where are we gonna stay? Like, that was my thing. And I'm like, we're in a whole nother state right now. Whether y'all like to admit it or not, like, yes, we're here for a good time or not. But I'm just like,
time to be on
if we're not
with my luggage,
you feel
that
me?
Ain't a good time to be ghetto.
Like, I kept thinking, like, look, we don't know how this hotel is. We don't know. They was already giving us an issue about the room. I kept saying, like, who's to say we don't come back late and our shit ain't out that room? You feel me? Like, I didn't really just want to leave my shit in a room.
Yeah, like, it was
where they was already trying to give us an issue.
And it was just so rude. Like, the man was just, was just, sorry, y'all.
No, you good. Our arms is like,
like shaking. But it was just too much going on. We did end up enjoying our night. As you can see, we was getting drunk. We was hopping from different clubs. We went to this bar where they gave out like our free wristbands.
Yeah, we had fun that night.
And it was just free liquor all night. So we was just kept going to different bars, getting drinks.
Yeah, it was me and mad different people.
Yeah, so
we got weed.
Yeah, we got weed. We got a whole bunch of stuff. So, like, everything did end up working out, but that trip was just stressful. Like, every single time, it was just something, like...
And usually how it is you're always the calm one, and I'm always the one, like, what the fuck going off? And I feel like for that trip, it was really the opposite. Like, I was really keeping cool. I mean, like, I had my moments where I was aggravated with, you know, just figuring out where the fuck we're gonna stay, but...
just other things in general, but, like... It was just like... the heck, like, this what happened to us in Miami. It's like we've been to Miami a few times, so it was just like
no bullshit. We had went to Miami the year prior, so we didn't think anything of it, because even the year prior it was a little hardship, but we got through, like,
especially with the,
but for like this situation, we got through it.
So
y'all didn't even know about that shit. I don't know if y'all will ever know about that shit. That's that one shit which stays in Miami, just stays in Miami. What happens in Miami stays in Miami. But
yeah, like, it was just a lot. What should we tell them? I'm not at the club.
Oh,
yeah, y'all, like,
this is how we tell you. This was like our last straw with Miami. I think we was like, did we ever want to go back there?
We haven't been back since.
We just got really bad signs through that whole trip.
And every time something bad would happen, it would be 444, 1010, 111, like. Yo, like, it was like they was telling us before, like, literally, like, so we went to the club for my birthday. Boom, we're looking so good.
Good as the fuck.
These
like,
fucking...
Yo.
These Philly.
Nah. It's crazy, because I don't even know if they was from Philly. I don't know
where they
what's her
from.
name told us they was from Philly, but we're thinking it was... You know?
Yeah, but yeah, we're thinking it's a completely different set of people. So when we go outside, we're looking at them. First of all, they came to get us in a pickup truck in, like, those slingshot cars. So we like,
how is this gonna work?
I'm a bad bitch, okay? I'm in heels.
Not only that, but you know them slingshot cars. First of all, it was 4 of us. It was supposed to be more of us, but it was 4 of us. And you know how, like, that car, it's only like a 2-seater car. That truck, it could
like 2 people in the back. It was 2 in the front, 2 in the back. So my best friend couldn't even. She had to get it. I was like, we were just looking at each other like, I was like, I'm not getting in that.
We both looked at each other like, we're not getting in that, because when we don't know these men, and when we're not about to be just getting in a car with somebody we don't know, we didn't even want what's her name to get in there. Your bestie. Oh, smart. You didn't want her to get in there.
But she was like, yeah, we was tracking her down. Like, I was looking for her.
No, I was on FaceTime with her the whole way through. And we was, like, looking in the back because they was tracking us.
Pull off. We might get copyrighted, but... Is he parking?
I think so.
Like, just pull in a spot. You on a motorcycle. But,
you have to speed this part up.
So, yeah. Basically, we're on our way to the thing. The boy that's in the pickup truck, he just, like, he was obsessed with me a little bit. Like,
he was saying little weird
in my
shit
ear. I remember I had a snake belly ring. And he was like, that's so cute. Like, I've never seen nothing like that. And I was like, what, my belly ring? And he was like, yeah. He was like, do you have other animals? And I was like, you think I'm about to have a deer on my belly?
I don't know what he was saying to her, but I kept seeing him go like this.
Yeah, while driving.
And then like, while he's driving, and then I just see her moving like this, and then she'll turn and just look at me and be like, help. Like, in her eyes, you know when people are just like, help. So,
the music
was we texting each other, I think? Because I was trying to keep up with a lot. I was trying to take videos.
I was trying to
on the FaceTime with Osmara
in the rearview mirror. Like, he was just like, drink, roll up. Why aren't
Yo,
y'all rolling
like,
up?
it was
Roll
just
up.
so
And I'm
much.
like, you're not about to force me to roll up. I'm in the car sitting pretty ready to go to the club. The plan was to go to the club. You're not even supposed to be in the plan. Like, I didn't even text you and
We
ask
didn't even know who these
to
people
link. I didn't even
was,
know.
like-
So when we literally looked at them outside, we looked at each other and was like, who the
fuck?
Who the
Because, oh my gosh, y'all don't
who
even
the
know.
so
Who the fuck these niggas is? Who the fuck these?
When we get to the club, this was another thing. When we get to the club, we didn't even want to go to this club. We didn't choose to go to this club. This was just a club they decided to go to.
Yeah.
So when we go to this club, they're like, oh, Quayla Ray is supposed to be here. We're like, we don't care.
Like,
We don't care. Then they're like, it's $100 entry fee. We're
just
like,
because of Quayla Ray.
okay, just because
And
of
I'm
Quayla Ray.
like, what?
So I'm like, do we really want to go to this club? Because all the clubs we went to was cool, smooth. It was not nobody's $100. So it was just like, okay. Half the time we wasn't even paying. Like, we was just
they was being so weird with their money. They left out the thing, mind you. When we
this is where I feel like this is the trip that really told us, like, we like, niggas will spend if they want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so with Miami, you just gotta find the right niggas, because we didn't even know who the fuck these niggas was.
So
If we would have known who was pulling up, we would have scoped them out and already been like, hell to the fucking no. Right?
Alright, give me the money!
So anyways, long story short, they fucking, like, they're like acting like they don't know what to do, because I don't even know if they wanted to pay the $100 for real.
Yeah, so we're like, do we even want to pay $100 to get
Like,
into this
we
club?
have
Should we go
100, but it's
somewhere
like,
else?
who's
But
trying to pay 100 to just
then
go
he was
into?
tripping because he was like, oh, I already paid for valet. I already paid for valet. So
Yeah,
it
so it was like, we have
so
to stay here. But it was just like, we don't, and me and Charmaine kept saying that. We was like, we don't have to stay here. But then one of our friends went into the club, so then it was like,
she
damn.
paid her $100
On her
like,
own.
Like, she went in and we was like, we had to go to the ATM because I had to take out more money. So I was just like, this is the problem. Like, I don't like taking out cash because then I'd be losing shit. So I just be like, I'm just gonna keep my card.
And something always tells me to have money in cash as well, because if I didn't, I would have the same issue with the ATM, bro.
Yeah, like we went to the ATM. They, mind you, the people that we was with, like them boys, we wasn't even with them. Like, they was just with us. They went to the ATM or whatever. So we split up. So we're crossing the street to go to the ATM. The ATM's not working. Like, we just kept putting in. Like, I was like, I'm not gonna keep putting my card into this ATM because, like, it's just not working. Chip not reading. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with my card.
Then the only ATM that eventually did work, that shit was like a $10 fee.
Literally. It was a big fee.
What?
Even that was giving us trouble. And then they was like, oh, you could walk to the Bank of America down the street. I said, I look at my feet in heels. Bitch,
We're
who's
already
walking
doing
in heels down the street? And I was like, I was like, I didn't see a bank.
Not only that,
Come
but
here.
we're dealing with all of this, like,
In
at an
heels.
ATM long as ever, because the fucking shit was taking its sweet ass time to operate, and then it wasn't operating, and then we had to find one that was operating. It was
Yeah,
just
and it was a
like,
$10 fee. So we're already aggravated. Like, the other person we came with, she's already in the club. So we're like, she should never went to the club because we probably could have get, like, is it even worth this? The ATM's not working. Like, this is a $10 fee. Like, wait, like, what's going
then
on?
when we get in, of course we have weed in our bags and all this stuff, so security's charging us for the weed, trying to charge us.
Talking about some cash at me and I'll let you in. Like,
At a point, we just walked past them because we was like, bro, we gave you a little $50 extra, okay?
and mind
For
you,
our Fonto, weed, raw, all this shit. We did that. So when he was like, I think he asked me for my ID, I was like, nigga, I paid you all this money.
yeah, and then he tried to be like cash app because you not that. It like
that's why I
listen,
just
like,
walked right past him, and then he
mind
tried
you,
to
we
see
coulda
if
got-
one of the guys was gonna. He was like, and he was like
Yeah,
to
he
the
was
guy,
like, yeah,
not
he
to
was-
me. But he was like, you're gonna pay for her, and then the guy paid. And then we just walked in, but I was
mind
like,
you,
I was
another
walking
man-
in regardless.
Another man telling these men that we came with to pay for us.
Wait, excuse me?
Mind you, we could have got into this club for free because this man at the front line, he was already messing with us. He was like, I could get y'all little section in the VIP.
Bro, he was talking to
whatever.
us, and then he was
seen that them niggas they came up to us like, oh, because they was gone for a minute. Like, we didn't even care that they was gone. So when we was about
soon
to
as
get in
we
the
was
club
at
for
the
free,
very front, that's when he was like, that's when they popped up and was like, oh, we're with them. So it threw us off guard because
Yeah, because he was already like, what are y'all doing here? Y'all about to skip the line? He was like, nah, y'all gotta go to the back. He already wasn't feeling them. And they was like, oh, they're with us. And he was like, they're with y'all. And we just looked at them like...
We didn't say shit because it was just like, we're not validating that nor conforming.
Like... Anyways, so we could have got in for free, really got us a little section, whoop the whoop.
Then when we get in there, we're just ignoring the fuck out of them. Like, anything they said to us, I don't know if y'all noticed, but in the video, like, they'll ask us for shit and we just give them that attitude because it's just like, bro, get the fuck out my face.
What happened?
We was acting like they didn't exist and just having our own little blast. And then the owner guy, he kept walking past. He said something to me. He was like, I see you. He was like, you're a very respectable young woman. And I was like, thank you.
I thought he was a drunk man, mind you, because he just kept saying stuff.
Me?
Bitch, I wanna see me. Oh, bitch, I wanna see me. I'm really black on he block house.
You gotta be on all 10 with these motherfuckers. I'm not playing. Because like, he just sweeped it through this
where did you even come from? So yeah, we're in the club and like the owner, he's fucking with us. And then them niggas, they're just like begging for us to roll up. Like, mind you, we just got in this club. We just got situated. Like, I'm trying to get me a drink. I'm trying to do, mind you, they tried to pay for, like, we had to be like, are y'all paying for a drink? Because we wasn't playing with them at this point. Like,
Hey, hold on, this shit ain't funny. It ain't funny, but it is.
like, we was just like, are y'all gonna buy us a drink? They bought us a drink. Mind you guys, we did them so dirty. We didn't even touch them drinks. So I think we took a sip, kept leaving that same drink at the thing, then getting our own drinks for free. Because it was just like...
We kept getting drinks for free.
No, that's right.
Because, okay, so then after we noticed, like, because the owner kept walking by us, kept walking by us. Then towards the end of the night, he was like, y'all come over here. It was like a whole little section. Then he started just pouring us drinks. The club literally closed, and it was like he still wanted us to party with him. He had us go through like a whole different exit way from like everybody because it was like mad packed the way that they were going. But we should have just hung out with the fucking club owner because we right, I'm getting cold. We gonna wrap up this story pretty much because it's cold and that random guy just ran through here. Like literally ran through here, y'all. But moral of the story, shit's dropping. But moral of the story, when y'all go to Miami, just make sure you're prepared for anything that just might pop off or just happen, because we didn't expect none of that shit to happen. We really thought it was gonna be one way for it to be a whole nother. And we still had a blast, which was crazy. And that's one thing about Miami, like you still have a crazy ass time, because we had a blast, like a blast.
Really so
we
fun.
met
like,
so many people. Like, yo, when
like,
I tell you we went to so many
to
different things
and keep us in their pockets.
They wanted to keep us
Like,
forever. We'd be like, no, it's time for y'all to bring us home.
Like, you're just on my face. Like, I didn't come.
You feel me?
But yeah,
For
they
real.
was just being grummy, ugly niggas. Like,
You remember we got brought to the strip club. We
Yeah,
got brought
after
to
that.
we got
We
brought
got
to
to the
mad
strip club
different
the first
places.
night, yeah.
Yes.
the strip club was a oops.
We're not even gonna get into that.
Is going
But
on?
then-
We heard the oops. We was like, really?
What else did we do? We was in like some drop tops just exploring.
Yeah, with some other people.
Then we was in somebody's. They was trying to bring us to their hood.
mansion. Yeah,
And then
hood.
their mansion. Yep, that was that. And then there was, you remember when we, nah, that was the other Miami trip I'm thinking about, when we first got out the Uber and they was like,
man trying to like he was
get
like,
us to go to his party, and we
so
was like,
cute.
no.
Yeah, like as soon as we hopped out the Uber, they was on us, and I was like, damn. Like,
Nah, ladies, when you get to South Beach, you really, if you not trying to check the other niggas, you have to just keep walking because they'll
it's
just
literally,
keep
hey, baby,
going.
Hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, baby. Like the whole time, like relax, y'all.
Bro, that shit was stressful.
Like
Y'all could see
And they don't
our
care.
frustration. We was over it. We was just
was
trying to get
over
some
it.
food and drinks and enjoy our time. That's one thing about it. When we take trips,
we
we
didn't
don't
even
be...
get to the most important part.
What?
With them dudes from the club. So we're ignoring them. We're doing all of that.
Mm-hmm.
We was just pissed with them the whole night.
Oh, shit.
So when it came to the end of the night, like
the fuck?
my phone was
tweaking out. This is how it looks, which is no like
what is going on?
it's giving turbulence in this whole video, but hopefully y'all listen. Who just yelled?
That was a police alarm.
I'm sure that sounded like a
it
human.
it was like woo. So the whole night we wasn't feeling them. When we literally split from them. We was thinking like we're gonna get our old ride home. Like we're not going back with them. But we some people left their sandals. Yeah, the most important part. Some people left their sandals in their little cars, so we had to meet up with them at the end. So they just knew that we was irritated with them. Like my best friend didn't want to go on the slingshot back home. He was so mad. He gave her a whole talk. Like I don't even remember.
I'm disappointed in you. Should we start walking back? Because it's cold as fuck. Like a fucking stripper. Like damn. Exam. Sorry, y'all, but it's just it's fucking cold out here. We're trying to finish the storyline though. Who the fuck? Okay. Anyways,
But
oh shit. Maybe I should get on this side. That would make more sense. Jewel. Okay. So, anyways, we was had to get back in the car with them pretty much. And
so we had attitude. So they're he drives to a gas station. So he's like, oh, I need to get gas. Y'all want anything?
who's wrong?
I don't know, but they have a dog.
No. Should we go around the other way? Oh my god, yeah. It's always something. Let's go quick, because they come up. Thinks we have to run. The fuck? So anyways, I was saying, we was out here trying to basically escape from them and couldn't because there were sandals in the car. So we get in the car, and when we're driving back, what was he saying to you?
Oh, no. So he was just saying to me, he was like, where y'all gonna go after this? And I was like, back to our hotel, we're going home.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing we're doing after this. So he's like,
Kept
all right.
saying it.
He drives to the gas station. It's quiet, we're not talking to him, we're just talking to each other.
Nah, before that, he gets on the phone with somebody while he's driving. He's on the phone with his friend because his friend, remember, was driving behind us. He gets on the phone with this. Immediately, the friend,
mad because
having a talk
didn't
with
want to go in the slingshot. Oh, well.
So, that being said, right. But that being said, he was over here mad having to talk with his friend, and his friend, I feel pretty much said that, okay, leave them, because if they're not gonna go with y'all, then y'all need to just leave them.
So they drive to this gas station, act like they need gas. Mind you, we didn't see the friend in the slingshot at the gas station at all, but they needed gas, right?
Right.
So
meanwhile, tank was all full.
Yeah, he was mad that we didn't want to go because he was like, do y'all want anything? We was like, no, you gonna offer us snacks after you didn't pay
we
for us
was
to get
tight
in the
with
club?
them, so we didn't say shit to them because this is ain't shit needing to be
say
said. And then meanwhile, after he got off the phone with his friend, it's that's when it gave him some confidence or whatever, because then all of a sudden he was when he came back from being in the store, he was like, well, y'all
was mad because none of us wanted to go in the corner store with him. So he was like, y'all don't want to go in with me? We're like, no. We don't want anything. We'll wait out here. What the hell?
So, and meanwhile, there's some niggas in a Lambo truck that basically pull
Lambo
up.
truck and a Rolls Royce. Chains big as BMF, okay? So it's
let's get
we're looking at
Are
them,
you a trafficker? Because I will.
Don't get stabbed.
For real.
Anyways, I think he's over here because he said it was wrong.
What was he pulling out?
On his thing. But yeah, so he comes out of the. He comes out of the. Oh my god. I don't even know why I can't speak, but he comes out of the corner store, whatever. He gets back in the car. Mm-hmm. He says to me, let me get the phone for this one. He says to me, oh, you not gonna come back to my hotel tonight? And I was like, no, why would I come back to your hotel?
What the fuck
First
did you
of
do
all,
for me?
do I look like a coochie giver upper And you didn't do
I
nothing
don't
for
even
me.
know you. And
Like,
that's another thing. He didn't even try to get to know you. Nothing. That's fucking gross.
He tried, but I was just like,
No, he didn't.
Like,
He over here talking about I like your belly ring. Nigga, that's not getting to
he just
know
kept
nobody.
complimenting me,
Like,
right?
that's love bombing, weird ass.
But so he asking for coochie like I'm a coochie giver upper. And I'm like, what's good with you, boy? What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyways, like, why people keep doing that? Because now I'm like, I'm trying to end the story. But yeah, he asked me that. And I'm like, no. So he was like, get out. And we laughing.
When
we
I
look
tell
at each
you,
other.
we all looked at each other because first of all,
laughed.
I'm just like, nigga, I'm thinking evil thoughts at this point because I'm like, bro, I know you didn't really just drive us all the way out here and then just be like, we need to get out. Like,
He
nigga,
was feeling himself.
I don't want to say that.
Mind you, he was feeling himself because I think he was feeling even more hurt because there was people in a Rolls Royce and Lamborghinis behind him or next to the car. They pulled up literally next to the little Tundra truck that we're in. So we're looking at them like, look at them, like, we're some
Right.
bad bitches and we're in a Tundra
And they're
truck.
looking at us
Yeah, so he was
because we're
heated.
some bad bitches. And they're like, bro, when I tell you, I was so fucking mad. When I tell you, we slammed the fuck out of his car door. I wanted to take all them liquor bottles and just incinerate his
He was
car.
really rashing him. He was like, you gonna let
Yo, we
I
was
like,
yelling at him
oh,
like,
mind you,
we
once
was
he tells us
somebody.
to get out and we're cussing him out, he gonna be like to me, happy birthday though. When I tell y'all, I really wanted to knock him in his motherfucking mouth, but I just laughed and looked at him and I was like, you're a bitch. Like,
Oh God.
you're a bitch. Like, that's the most I could give to you because you're a fucking bitch. Like, what the hell? Like, who says something like that? Like, oh,
Then,
why would I want to fuck you?
meanwhile, we was just like over it. So then, after that, y'all, we just ended up cussing out, getting out the car. Then,
And then he kept trying to spin back every time. He kept trying to Oh, do you want to Sorry, but he kept spinning around, calling us like, oh, I was just joking. Get back in the car. I was just joking. And we're like, nigga, no, we don't give a fuck. We don't play that. Drew was about to throw the bottle at his head. Like, we was really hashing him in the middle of the street.
it was
like,
just crazy because I was just like, why is this happening to us? Like, out of all things to be happening to us, this shouldn't be one of them. Like, that's never happened. So it's just like, wow.
And then mind you,
Never again.
the boys in the Lamborghini, they were still at the thing. So while we're rashing him on the phone, one of the dudes, he's like, oh, y'all want to go to my mansion party? Get in the car. Mind you, it's just me and my best friend at this time. So I'm like, it's not just us. Like, I'm not about to get in your car. My other friends can't get in your car. And da-da-da. But basically, he wanted to take us with him. But, I don't know. I think it was too much people and him. Who knows? But, yeah, karma bit him in the ass. Because, yeah, we could have been in the nigga's Lamborghini in a mansion. But we was just like, no, I'm going home. Like, I'm not trusting myself with no more niggas tonight. Like, fuck that. Like,
It was just already a lot as is. And then it was just like, why? Why us?
and then it was the really spinning back around. He spun back around like 5 times. Like, I'm joking.
Like, nigga,
I'm joking. Y'all can't take
be
a joke.
fucking for real.
Like a joke.
But more of the story, y'all. Like we said, Miami can be hectic, crazy, but fun at the same time.
Yeah, and
So-
it was everything.
So I guess that's the end of this story time. I see that just okay. So anyways, see y'all later.
We'll get back to y'all with another
video.
something. Yeah.
Whatever the fuck we do.
Bye.